Hello and welcome to episode 41 of The Morning After. From Engadget, you know who it is. It's me, Matt Smith. And yes, I think this shirt is plenty loud enough. Thank you very much. This week, we're talking about the new iPhone. Yes, Apple has announced the date for the big reveal. You know what it is, right? Don't worry, we'll tell you about it later because that's how we keep engagement on these videos. We'll also be talking about the latest AI hardware gadget that's set to probably disappoint tens of people, as well as the PlayStation shooter that seems to have missed the mark. Right, enough of me, let's get into it. First things first, iPhones. It's almost early September, so it's almost time for an iPhone refresh. The date has been set, it is September 9th, and has already been dubbed by Apple It's Glow Time. Now that name hints at new features leveraging Apple Intelligence. If you've been testing out the latest mobile betas, you'll notice that when you summon Siri, the edges of your iPhone or iPad will glow up to signify that the AI assistant is there. Naturally, with just under 2 weeks to go, the iPhone rumors are already coming thick and fast, and if you're like me, you probably can't get enough of them. Yes, that said, so far it appears like the hardware won't be changing that much this year. You can expect slightly larger screens, new colors, and as is normally the case, a faster chipset. Expect 4 new phones. That's the base model, a plus size model, a Pro model, and then the Pro Max. No Ultra though. It seems like there won't be an Ultra phone, although that has been rumored for a while. The new iPhone 16 Pro Max could hit a screen size of 6.9 inches. That is 0.2 inches bigger than last year's model and just sounds huge. Also, the non-Pro models may finally get the action button, while Pro models this year could get another button, a dedicated camera button. The iPhone 16 series may even get a redesigned camera module across the board. I assume mostly just to show off to strangers that you have the new iPhone. Which is half the point of upgrading anyway, isn't it? Naturally, we're expecting even more on iOS, as well as probably a little bit of information and some new releases from the Apple Watch series. We'll be there to report on it and expect us to talk about it even more next week. GameStop has announced that it's shutting. No, it's announced that it's launching a group of retro game retail locations which will stock physical consoles, discs, and cartridges from classic consoles from Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, and Sega. Aww. The company announced on X that it will cover 18 classic systems from NES through to the PlayStation Vita. You'll be able to search for these retro stores within a 100-mile radius of your location on GameStop's website, but depending on your location, you may find those stores as rare as a mint inbox copy of Chrono Trigger. But, scrutinizing the list of consoles it will be supporting, GameStop hasn't listed the PlayStation Portable, which is suspicious. I still really need that UMD copy of Christmas with the Cranks. Yes, the PSP played movies. Yes, they were put on discs. Yes, they were called UMDs. Yes, no one bought them. Talking of things that aren't selling well, Fireworks Studios' 5v5 team shooter, Concord, hasn't exactly captured the imagination of gamers. Is it the lackluster characters? Is it the unashamed Guardians of the Galaxy vibe theft? Well, those two things probably do not help. But with under 500 concurrent players on Steam after launch and no fanfare from Sony on player counts or copies sold, it's suggesting that the game is already a bit of a dud. It might also just be because there are so many team shooters out there now. There's still Overwatch 2, still gunning away. There's Valve's not yet released team shooter. Oh, and Marvel Rivals featuring 3 actual Guardians of the Galaxy. Also of note, you have to pay to play Concord, which is obviously a caveat against free-to-play team shooters, of which there are, as I mentioned, many. Yes, it's another AI hardware assistant that no one asked for. I think it's fair to be a little bit wary at this point after Humane AI and the Rabbit R1. Anyone tempted by the lure of dedicated hardware for their AI assistant has probably had their fingers burnt as well as their money. Now, new company Ploud or Played or something says its new NotPin is not like all the other AI assistants because it just takes notes. Yeah, it automatically records and transcribes conversations, and that's pretty much everything it does. Sure, I was kind of curious until I read in an interview in Wired that the startup's boss started musing on making digital twins from those recordings. Let me just say, no one needs another me, digital or otherwise. And that was your morning after. Thanks for watching all the way to the bitter end. Over at the main site, Engadget.com, make sure to check out a whole raft of new reviews we've published in the last few weeks. We've got Pixel 9 Pro reviews, Pixel 9 reviews, we've got reviews of things that aren't Pixels. Yes, seriously, we have laptop reviews and camera reviews because it has been a very busy little summer. Thanks once again for watching, of course, and I hope to see you next week.